We're on.
And we are going live. And action!
Action! Johnny Pie!
Hey guys! So, today, Jason and I were going to drive the old blue van all the way to the Super Bowl, but unfortunately, it didn't start. So, we're going to have to figure that out. As the title says, ran when it was parked. I know, it's not a lie. I parked it. Just saying. Could be a liar. Probably not. I don't know. That's up for you guys to judge. It is a Ford. Maybe it wasn't actually running to begin with. But anyway, need to go out there, figure out how to get this thing running and get it in here. Jason's been scrubbing on that for like 9 weeks. He's got about 4 to go.
Got about 3 more layers of dirt to knock off. If not, the 14.
Yeah, we'll let him tell you about that for a minute, I guess. Go ahead, Jason. Give him the rundown on that.
So this is affectionately known as the Mouse House, small block 350. The thought is, I want to build an engine. I've never done it before. I really don't know what I'm doing. And I thought now is as good a time as ever to learn and find out and figure out and, you know, maybe bring you guys along for the adventure. I'm going to screw up. Spoiler. But we have a running 350 in the Elko. So we're going to pull that bullet out and we're just going to leave it off to the side for a rainy day. Because chances are there's going to be a rainy day with a motor that I build. But I'd really like to have some fun and build my own motor. So it's going to be a learning process. And, you know, since it's a learning process, I don't really want to spend a lot of money doing it. So I'm basically buying every part that is absolutely the cheapest part off of Summit. And that's what I'm going to throw at this and build it with. My expectations are low and I will probably fail to meet them. But I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn along the way.
That reminds me of that Mad TV skit. Lowered expectations.
Yeah, so, you know, I want to build an engine and, you know, the Google's out there and, you know, you can look it up and the YouTube's out there and you can watch 1,000 examples of it. And with a small block Chevy, there's basically infinite different ways to get to the same point. So
and 0 unknowns.
Yeah, and 0 unknowns. So you might as well just go. So that's kind of where I'm at. I know I'm not the best engine builder in the world, nor am I pretending to be, nor am I advertising myself as to be, or an expert in any way, shape, or form. But I can still have fun. I can still build an engine. I can still learn.
Hey, maybe your experience will give them the courage to blow up a motor they got.
Yeah, maybe.
Dust it off and hold her to the floor.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
I mean, I know that I'm going to run into problems along the way, and that's why I said I'm not trying to do the most expensive build in the world, but I am trying to, like, I am reaching outside of my realm. I think I'm pretty good at being outside of my comfort zone. I think Dustin's realized very quickly that I will jump in the deep end of I don't know with, you know, not even a life raft or a preserver. I jump in with a rock, dude. I just...
That's what Matt said yesterday when I picked him up from work. He was like, "What happened today?" And I said, "Jason showed up with a motor." And he was like, "He's been talking about that for 3 weeks, and then he just dove in the well." And I was like, "Pretty much."
Rock with it. Like, yeah, I don't need a lot to go with, guys. I just go. I mean,
hey, I did get you that crank bolt you asked for.
You got me a crank bolt, and I'm trading him.
I'm
trading him a balancer and a timing chain cover
for a bolt,
and like 8 cans of his like TV blaster.
But this right here is a prime example why I don't work on imports, because he wanted a harmonic balancer bolt for a small block Chevy. I drove to O'Reilly's and they had one on the shelf in the help section.
Yeah, in the dormant.
If this was a Volkswagen,
not a chance.
Basically, if it was a Dodge or a Ford, it probably wouldn't even have been there. But because it's small block Chevy,
it exists and it's on the shelf.
And it's cool gold color, so I mean.
That's cool.
So anyway, throwing that out there.
So I want to learn. I want to learn, and part of learning is making mistakes and going. And I kind of know that I'm going to make mistakes, and I don't want to sacrifice the blue, the blue 350 that's currently running. So, for not very much money, I can pick up a core essentially. And we're going to find out. We're going to find out if it's worth saving. It may not be worth. It's either going to, either I'm going to put it back together with the bearings that are in it, and we're just going to do like a little plastic gauge and find out, or I'm going to order a set of bearings and put them in there, or it's going to end up at the machine shop and it's going to get basically a short block. I don't know what's going to happen yet. We're going to let it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to let the dice decide.
Nobody on our channel knows what that means, Jason.
They don't?
Oh, wait, no, we got some Volkswagen subscribers. I'm just messing with you guys.
Dustin and Mike.
I like to make funny jokes.
Yeah.
Even when they're not funny.
Yeah. But,
like dad jokes, except.
That's cool.
Yeah, okay.
But, it's part of it. You gotta,
What are you wondering about?
Trying to get that guy out. I took the bolt out. Do I just pry?
Yeah, I believe it's on those pins.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was. I thought those pins might have been bolts.
I like how there's a big dent in the side of the oil pickup because it's clearly been mashed right into the crank.
Yeah, it's been dropped on.
It's been dropped on. But you can get a high volume pump for this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Since you're already taking it off.
I was thinking that. I was thinking high volume.
We can go to the swap meet and get you one of those oil pans for like $8. It has like that big giant meat collector on the bottom. That's what my dad likes to call them because he said you hit a raccoon and it's just going to collect it up.
You sure those aren't bolts?
I don't know. Looks like a pin to me. It looks like the gasket's stuck. You said you watched 100 videos.
I know. It's not.
You're the expert.
I'm the expert. So YouTube. So
it's coming over there. You're fine.
So essentially between Google.
Oh, you broke the plastic clip.
No, it's this guy.
Yeah, that's the drive.
Yep.
This is a drive bolt.
So I'm like, how they say like YouTube certified mechanic? Like this is my engine. Not only am I a YouTube certified mechanic, this is my doctoral thesis on engine building. So after this, I'm essentially an engine builder. I'm Steve Morris. Dustin's like, please.
I thought I was just kind of going with this was the test, right? This is kind of like
it's like mine.
Like the machinist test.
This is my finals. This is
to
my
see
finals.
if you get the job. This is kind of the same deal.
Yeah. Don't crash this machine.
Yeah. Oops. Chip Foose, eat your heart out.
No. Yeah. So
oh wait, he paints cars. He does.
Yeah.
So he doesn't turn wrenches.
So it's kind of that, at some point, Puddin says it, sitting on your ass ain't go get your project done. I want to build a motor. I want to know how to get inside of a motor and not feel absolutely terrified. So let's start with a bare bones, basic small block Chevy for not very much money.
Also, I would like to add, Puddin does say sitting on your ass won't get your project done. But I would like to add that if you have multiple projects, you're more likely that one will run. So, I mean,
hey, where's those?
If you're skimming Marketplace right now, just buy it.
Just buy it. Yes, buy it.
Just buy it.
Take Jason along with me because Jason's going.
Yeah, Jason will encourage you to buy
it. Jason is not the guy to take along.
Basically, if you take Jason and he says, "Yeah, you should buy that," walk away.
I think the Regal was a good one.
That's top secret information.
Yeah, that Eagle that you bought.
I do not have an AMC. Just so you know.
But yeah.
Although Eagles are really cool.
Not meant like an actual Eagle.
Oh, I was gonna say AMC Eagles are really cool.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have one.
Yeah. I remember a cousin of mine.
I do have some stuff though that I can show you guys here in just a little bit, but I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag just yet.
Not on that one?
No, on the parts that I got in the other room.
Ooh.
Showed up.
Ooh. Guys, shiny parts. I have kind of the same shiny parts at my place, and I haven't really showed anybody them either. But the difference between the shiny parts I have and the shiny parts you have, you actually have an engine for them.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And there'll be a long frame video on that coming soon.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna make this. I'm actually doing a video right now, guys. So
I'm gonna go see if the van will start again. You keep them occupied.
So at some point, I'm gonna drop a video on this. I'm not gonna do like the Volkswagen, like the little yellow truck. I'm basically gonna just do a long play, like this is what it took. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but at the same sense, I'm not scared. I've jumped off the deep end before and just figured it out, just made it happen. So I thought I'd move it a little closer to you guys so you could see this guy. Can you see that thing? Is it in the view? I should back up just a little bit. Right there. Check out this fine specimen. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Man, have you ever seen such a good looking set of pistons before in your life? I think not. But yeah, I'm just right now I'm just trying to clean it up enough. Oh no, I hear the van going. I hear the van going, guys. Oh, I thought I heard it going. I thought I heard it going. I thought I was about to get the door open. No, not so much. But yeah, at some point,
Small mistakes you just made. I may have caught the van on fire.
I thought I heard it running. I thought it went.
It was on fire.
No.
But now it's out, so I decided to walk away for a minute and give it a little more time to think about its actions.
Let it. Put it in the corner.
It's
I
a
heard
Ford, so I'm not getting in a rush.
I heard it go boop 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 boop.
I took the air cleaner off,
Oh.
and then I put my finger in there to pop the choke open just ever so slightly, and it tried to fire. So then I put the pedal all the way to the floor because it likes to start when you hold her wide open sometimes when it floods a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it fired to life for like a split second. It started belching flames out on the bottom of the dash. And so I held it down and cranked it a little more, and it was unhappy, but it swallowed that.
Yeah.
And then I just decided I'd come back in here because I'm like, if I'm going to catch it on fire, probably ought to be on camera.
Yeah, we ought to.
Insurance purposes, I just want everybody to know.
Yeah.
You know,
YouTube fans.
it wasn't on purpose. No, I just, I don't want to be like, you lit that on fire on purpose to get the $18 in strap weight. No, that's not what happened.
I don't think I have a car that I haven't caught on fire yet.
Oh, yeah?
Well, if you think about it, the suspect, I mean, it immediately.
Nacho Libre's never been on fire.
It hasn't.
No.
Second burnout it ever did.
Oh, yeah, it was on fire. I was like, oh, shit, it's on fire. I remember that now.
Yeah. And I caught it on fire at the Coliseum, too. They all freaked out.
Well, that was just belching a little bit out the exhaust. That ain't no big deal.
Yeah. When I did the burnout and it stopped, it blew the tires, the second burnout. When it blew the tire, it swung around like really hard and really fast.
Yeah.
And I let off the gas and it just boom, and it died. And I was like, oh shit. So then
That was your first mistake, was letting out.
Yeah. So then I
Stay in it, man.
So then again I started it and it goes boom 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 and it did the boom 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 boom, a couple blobs of fire out of the.
I think this needs tunnel ram.
A tunnel ram? How big?
As big as they make.
Yeah. 2 carbs or 1?
Just one. You're not gonna. Yeah.
What if we get small curves? What if we went with like 2?
Well, you can do that. The problem with that is I've never tuned dual carbs,
Okay.
and it's very difficult from what I've read on the old interwebs. I'm no professional, but I know that they have to be like perfectly in sync.
Yeah, or you get like
lots of bad
mojo.
problems.
Bad mojo.
Tuning one and being wrong is forgiving.
Yeah. Tuning 1 wrong and having 2 is catastrophic.
Yeah. But one big giant tunnel ram would look really cool.
Yeah.
And if you're not running a hood,
why not?
I mean, who cares about clearances?
Yeah. Yeah, why
Although
not?
I can make you a cool hood scoop out of like an old lawnmower or something. I was thinking about doing that with Carmen.
Yeah.
If I got something so tall it wouldn't fit underneath the hood,
Yeah.
I could cut a hole in the hood and go get the hood off like an old riding mower, like an old John Deere, because it'd be green, and just chop it way down so it looks like a big cowl.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. Like it would basically be a box hood, but the grill would still get air in.
Those are a lot cleaner.
Yeah, I did it with that wire wheel, but not.
I'm just gonna pop them out. I'm just gonna pop them out.
Oh yeah, you're pulling them all out.
Yeah.
So you can figure out which wrist pin's gonna fail first.
Yeah. Essentially, there's a little. No, that's just dirt.
Yeah, the cylinder walls look fine.
There's a pretty good lip, but that's.
Well, it's got 1 million miles on it. Yeah. Did you tell them that the cam had a few lobes to be designed?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Did you wipe that off so I can touch it, or is it still all slimy?
No, grab it. Grab it. Show them.
Check this out, guys.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, as you're spinning her around here,
there's a lobe right about here that's pretty much still round.
Yeah, so this lobe here almost doesn't exist. Was that the only one? I thought there was more than one. Oh no, it only wipes one, didn't it?
Yeah, show them the lifters.
But there's a couple of other ones in here that are worn down pretty far. I mean, they still exist at least. But yeah, look at that.
Show them the lifters. Grab a couple of those lifters.
So here's the one that was riding on the lobe that don't exist anymore. And she's dished pretty good. Let me get you a straight edge.
Do you have a little spacer that we could grab?
A little spacer?
Yeah, because it's bottoming out. I don't know if it's bottoming out or if it's.
This isn't a very good straight edge.
But you get the point real quick.
But you can see there's
daylight.
It's easily 40,000. Yeah. Probably more. Yeah. Probably more like 60. Yeah, it's custom ground to fit that cam only. So we have to replace them now.
Well, essentially, they were going to get replaced. So
I know how to change those. Remember, I had one that looked like that on Carmen, and I just put a new one in it. Well, my push rods were all bent because the valves were stuck. But I had one lifter. I have it around here somewhere, and it had a big chunk missing out of the side of it. Oh man! And then it had a big chunk of Permatex stuck inside it. So I just bought a new one and did the right thing, lubed her up good, just slid it in there and pretended like it didn't happen.
Didn't you buy just one?
Yeah, I just bought one.
Yeah.
There's only one bad one. Why would I buy more than one?
Yeah. Didn't you like call the store and they're like, oh, we only have one? And
No, they had 4.
Yeah.
But they were like, I was like, the internet says that you have one of these in stock. And I was like, I'm just calling because it was my local.
Yeah.
AutoZone. And they're like, yeah, we've actually got 4 in stock. Somebody ordered them in like 2013 and never came and got them. And I was like, I'll take them all. So I drove down there and I bought all 4 of them because they were like $3 a piece or something. They gave me a discount for taking them off their shelf. They had more dust on them than my Camaro. And I just lubed her up, slapped her in there. What are you trying to do?
Space that out just a pinch.
Oh, so that you can get a wrench on it?
Yeah,
and
so
rotate
it's not.
Just put vice grips on the end of that. It's got a keyway that'll stop the teeth.
Yeah, okay.
And what? Yeah, you don't have a strong enough washer out here. You need that washer out here because you're just collapsing.
double muck or something.
Do
I was hoping I could bite on that with a wrench.
oh, on that nut?
Yeah,
You ain't gonna be able to do that. But I don't think so. You could weld it to that washer.
It doesn't help me because I still have a little thin washer.
Why do you want that big nut?
Because I want a little space. Because
No, I mean, you said you wouldn't put a wrench on the big one.
Yeah, but I need space. I need space to not just be riding on the, twisting on the threads.
Oh.
I need some just stones. Here we go. I got one. This guy will get me there. Dustin has,
needs plugged in. There we go.
Dustin has pretty much everything. But yeah, the thought on this guy is to learn something. I'm gonna learn that I don't know what I don't know, essentially.
And I have lots and lots of advice, whether he takes it or not.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any difference to me.
So far, not taking it. I got this.
Yeah, it's
It's just a small block Chevy.
There's no holes inside of it, so it's a runner. Yeah.
Okay, so
There
if
you go.
I mark right there.
You gonna stamp them?
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Might as well. Probably should get a 5/8 inch. I don't know, it's probably better.
For what?
just turn the engine.
I don't know. Use an impact.
Yeah.
Then it'll simulate what it looks like when it's running. Like we did with that V6 that you had with the big holes in the piston.
Oh, that was fun.
That was awesome. It's still laying out there in my scrap pile, if I remember. Oh, no, you took the motor with you, didn't you?
No, actually, I used that as a cord.
Oh, you did?
I traded it in as a cord. The guy looked at it and he's like, close.
Close. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So,
Oh, those are those cool stamps that you can use on the front of your block to make it anything you want.
yeah.
You roll it back over and let's turn this into a 400. 427.
Okay. So this is one, right?
Yes. Yeah, 1357.
Okay, so 1 and 1.
Yes, you should have a 1357. You're not gonna do it on that.
No, that's the
Flat.
split.
Okay.
You want to do it there and you want to do it there.
Okay.
You want 2 1s. If there's anything I know. Yeah, that's good. Take a lot more hammer than that.
Yeah, I'd do it on the side over here on the radius, not where that cast thing is.
Try not to beat one. Or right there on the top. And then get one right there on that flat.
Yeah, that should work.
Bigger
You're gonna need a bigger Ford hammer.
Yeah, you need a bigger hammer.
Although that is blue.
Okay, there's a 1.
Question is, does the 2 look like a 2? Do you need a 3-pound? Oh, here's the hammer Max said to leave in my will for him.
Okay.
So clearly I'm gonna get somebody else.
Yeah.
Because life's tough and you don't get what you want.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll give him the smaller hammer. There, that's got a thud to it.
So there's a 1.
Yeah.
And then
Kinda.
there's a 1 right
Yeah, the one on top looks really good.
The one on the side looks really good too. You just gotta know where to look. Okay, 1 and 1. So 3 and 3. So 3 is right here.
Yep.
So there's a 3. And then I'm gonna do a 3.
You should have put new bearings in it before you did this.
Yeah.
I wonder if that van's ready to start now.
So there's a 3 and there's a 3.
I've been ignoring it for a minute.
Okay. 1, 3.
Couldn't you just used a Dremel and carved it in there with a little engraver?
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't be banging on the side of the bearings.
Might as well.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a professional engine builder by any
I
means.
am. I watched
I'm just
this on
saying.
YouTube.
Oh, you saw some guy on the boob tube do it, huh?
I figured.
It wasn't a girl in a bikini, was it? Because I find that annoying when I'm like, hey, I want to look up this video on how to do something, and it's a girl in a bikini, and you're like, I have to click on it now to see if she really knows how to change it a starter.
5.
And then, you know, you're like, oh, why is she dressed to go to the beach?
Great, that one's got 2 on
So somebody's already been in here.
it. No.
They were like, why is it misfiring on cylinder 2? Just move that piston to number 6, and then we'll see if that's the issue.
Yeah.
You know, like you do with spark plugs or plug wires. I like your stamps. They're just numbers though.
Yeah.
You don't have the full set with all the letters and stuff, so you can change the VIN code and all that other shit.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I'd stamp this thing on the front of that pad so it says something cool. Like it's a Corvette 350.
157.
Everybody's got one of those.
So then I should be able to go to this guy. Should give him a 2.
I want to do the one on the top up here. That way I get to hit her with the hammer.
There's a 2. There's a 2.
I'll go check and see if anybody's hanging out with us.
Let me have done I am.
Oh, we got a like. Thanks for liking the video. I don't know who's in here, but you can say, what's up? I don't think we're going to make it to the Super Bowl, though, because I still ain't got the van running. I'll be back. Jason, you keep them occupied. Do something cool, like dance or something.
Yep, I think I just found a problem.
Which problem? Did you tighten all those rods back on there? Because a couple of them bolts were loose. Like visibly loose when you pulled it out of your truck.
I think this guy's going to the machine shop.
Yep.
Yep. You saw that, didn't you?
Yep, rod bearing shop.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what ended it for it.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yikes, throwing stuff, guys.
getting grumpy. I had it running like 3 times and it kept dying.
Yeah.
I just want to get it into bay door so we can figure out why it's missing and don't want to run. Being a piece of crapola. But I mean, it does have a blue oval on the front, so. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to say that's the first place to look. Say the last
Yeah, I don't
time.
know who you bought this off of, but I'd message him and tell him thanks.
Yeah.
It's a sweet motor.
What?
Just message him, ask him if the rod bearings are laying around there somewhere.
Well, might as well find out.
Yeah, just buy new bearings. Gonna need them.
Go name. Wonder how much machine work it's gonna need.
I don't know, but my heads are already down there.
Yeah.
So they're first in line.
That's the right side. I don't think there is it. Bigger than ½ inch. 9/16.
Yep.
You want a socket one?
No, don't do it. I can't be that tight.
60 foot.
Oh, there.
Yep.
There you go. Hercules.
Come on, look. Yeah, it's probably good and well down there.
Well, it shouldn't be. It flops around.
Yeah,
You should come off of there.
should.
Here, just tap on it a little bit with this bulky needle.
Yeah.
Here, watch out. It'll pop loose. There you go.
Okay. Oh, there's no bearing.
Yeah, it's gone.
He took it out. He's just saving me
It
stuff.
looks like the bearing's right there.
Come on.
The bearing's right there, dude.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, okay, get it perfect. I'd pry it off there.
It spun it.
Oh yeah, it spun the shit out of it. The bearing's right there.
I know. I heard you say that.
Oh.
It's like welded on there.
Either that or it bent one of the studs ever so slightly.
Or it's just heated up so bad.
Right, well, yeah, probably warped one of them. Who knows?
Anyways, we'll find out.
Probably not pop it off.
Pop it off.
It's not like you're gonna reuse that rod anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, if you were an old timer, you could just pull that off of there and pop that piston out, replace that bearing, and then be right back on the road. You'd be headed right back. Be headed right back to the drive-in. Yeah, it's only slightly marred up.
Did it get the crank? More than likely. Yeah. It's got to have them all, isn't it?
I would assume that.
The assumption would be that, yeah, that's L gone too.
Oh yeah,
Crank's white.
that's trashed.
Well, shit, Cans. Should we add it to the
Summit cart.
should we should we add it to the pile of broken motor pieces that
Oh,
Jason
so-
brought over to Dustin's house?
So that code that I used,
Yeah.
if you spend more than $500 at Summit, you get $75 off.
Yeah.
That's a good chunk of money back.
You want to catch that piston?
I mean, I can attempt it. It is
There it is.
in all its glory.
Mhm.
Now I'm all dirty.
Oh,
Look at that.
poor buddy. I'd say she's a little gone, guys.
Didn't get too hot.
Just hot enough to shut her down.
Hot enough to not be it anymore.
Well, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that,
The assumption is this crank is toast.
well, yeah, but I'm thinking that this quit getting oil and that also cooked that freaking cam.
Yeah.
Because I assume that's the same lobe that's missing, which means that the oiling stopped at that point.
Yeah.
Either before and after it, whatever.
Yeah.
It may have just wore that bearing down so far that it wasn't getting any oil. The oil's just washing out.
Oh yeah, as soon as it covers the hole, then it just,
Yeah.
then it's just heat
done.
manufacturing.
But yeah,
Okay, well, it's done. Other than
strip the rest of it down.
the crying. Strip the rest of it down, put the caps back in it, and yeah. See what a bottom end kit looks like.
Well, I know what they look like. They look just like this, but shiny.
But shiny.
And not dirty.
Not dirty. Okay. Well,
Whatever you do, add a big old bottle of lube to your cart.
yeah.
Not the lube you're thinking, the engine lube.
Lube I'm needing. It's still rebuildable,
Yep.
essentially. But it's definitely just a core.
Yep.
No more.
And a bunch of yard art.
Yeah.
That may be why that one spun that bearing, because it's so damn loose.
I think he had it off before. I think it's come off before, you know what I mean?
Could have. Need a bucket for them parts, probably. Red bucket. Well, we're gonna get a blue van in here and figure out why I don't want to run, but now I'm thinking about just taking your spare parts and making me some yard art with my welder right there.
Start packing it together.
Yeah.
Hey, that one's junk.
Yeah. Oh, I believe you. I don't have to touch it. I can just watch you tear it apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's pretty gritty.
Crank it up. Oh yeah. It was getting ready to go.
Those aren't saving.
A million miles
Unless you want.
on a small block chassis. I'll use them now. I'll just throw them in the bucket and I'll use them for. Pop that guy out for me. Oh, that piston. Where you want it?
It's all going in there. There's one thing good at. I'm buying junk motors. Gotta good at something.
And rusty cars. But hey, everybody's good at it's acting like it's a fuel delivery issue. Which makes sense since it's a Ford carburetor and whatever them things are. I forget what brand them are, but it ain't nothing I like working on. And I already changed the
Watercraft.
yeah, I already changed the accelerator pump on it when I brought it home. It ran good, and then I let it sit for like a year, and now it don't want to run. It's almost like it's flooding out, so I don't know if the.
Did you wreck 90 it or did you?
Oh yeah, it's Rec 90.
I figured as much, but I thought I had.
Yeah, it may have the float stuff. Well, I didn't tear it apart. On those, the accelerator pump diaphragm's right on the front, So I just pulled it off, cleaned it out with a wire brush, and bolted a new one on it. So I don't know what kind of junk's floating in that car, but it can't be nothing good since Grandpa let the plates expire in 03. So it sat around with junk gas in it since 03. Just put your bucket right underneath it. Then they can just fall right in the bucket.
And see, those skirts are like fine.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for that.
You could probably reuse them pistons, but once you start tossing them around.
Yeah, you're gonna end up with.
If you're gonna buy pistons, you might as well buy better ones.
You're gonna buy rods anyway. You're gonna buy rods and a crank.
Yep. Might as well just buy the kit with better pistons.
Rods, crank. Oh, but I want to use the pistons over.
Right. Yeah, so you might as well just buy the kit and go big or go home.
Yeah.
I'll start shopping for tunnel rams.
Yeah.
Because legit, dude, like
350 is no longer a limit on cubic inches.
you can bore it.
Or you go the other way,
What do you mean?
the smaller route. The less cubic inches.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you could de-stroke it. That would be fun. De-stroke it, build like a 302 clone. That would be awesome. It would be a lot of fun. And then put tunnel ram on it. Because, you know, guys that build 302s nowadays are usually putting them, they want them to look stock, so they put them back in Camaros. But you could go, hey, look, you know, this is the modern day 302.
Sorry.
I don't give a shit.
Well, I wasted 2 days.
No, not really.
I got a block. I still have a block.
You do. And a lot of parts.
Mouse house.
You have a 4-barrel intake you can put for sale.
4-barrel intake.
And a set of heads for the racetrack.
Yeah. A crank for yard art.
Although I've got 2 of them 4-barrel intakes and I can't sell them. I can't give them damn things away.
Maybe you should do like a 3 for the price of 1.
Or maybe I should just take them to Lewis Salvage. Get my 40 cents and walk away happy.
Like three for the price of 1 and only make it like $5 where somebody's like, $5, I'll take them. And you're like,
yeah. $5 each or 5 for 5.
yeah.
That way they have to take them all.
Yeah, so if they're interested at all, they just like are forced.
They have to take them all.
If there's one thing that you good at, it's buying junk engines. Another.
Hey, you're getting better at taking them apart.
Yeah.
So I'm letting you learn right now.
Dude, I gotta like get to putting one together though. That's the thought.
Well, you'll be able to put this one together.
I wonder if Terry's got a crank just laying around.
Probably 20 of them. The question is,
Does he care enough?
what crank do you want?
Go 3-stroke him, right?
Oh, well, if you're going to get a 3 stroker, you might as well buy the kit
Yeah.
that comes with everything.
Yeah. Google's a kit. Let's find the kit. Find a kit.
Find the kit right now.
Right now.
All right, hold on. Let me go to the other room and take a leak. I'll be back. Let me turn the furnace on in here too, because I'm freaking cold.
3-stroker.
If there's one thing I love about my shop, it's that I got
The mouse house.
I got a damn furnace.
The mouse house will live on.
Dude, you can get little valve covers with little mice on them. That little like little Mighty Mouse stickers.
Mouse house.
Well, shit, boys.
tries to fire, then it backfires and dies.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out if it's a timing issue.
Fuel delivery.
It's probably that damn electronic control module on the fenders. Them things are.
Further I get back, the skirts are white.
Yeah, right. It probably lost oil. Probably lost oil at that.
That one's burnt up. Like, fill it with.
Yeah, it does. We can make a bunch of cool little guys out of this.
Oh, that one's toast too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, man.
Oh, that's very.
Oh, well, that's good. Dude, I could use those bearings for like little eyebrows. Yeah. Oh, he's probably watching. He's in Florida right now. He sent me a picture. He was at some Boothill Saloon or some bar down there, and he stuck a smokineaglesrodshop sticker on the sticker board. Like, awesome.
See if he's on.
We have nobody in here right now.
Bring him in for a close up. Say, hey, you gotta check this out.
Extreme close-up with Johnny 5.
You make a short of that. Make a short with it.
Extreme close-up. Yeah, it looks pretty rough.
Surprisingly, it's not like discolored then.
Hey, I've seen rotors that look worse.
Really?
You know, brake rotors. You know, people are like, start making this grinding noise. Should I do something? I'm like, nah, probably.
Probably a few thousand miles ago.
Do you honestly care? Because at this point, if it starts
Yeah,
grinding and then you ask, I just assume that you know, regular maintenance is just not on your list of priorities.
Yeah, not high priority. Okay, there's that one. Much easier.
When you don't care and you just beat on it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, I don't have to worry about that much.
Pissed off.
This is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
Got two options.
Pissed.
It's 50,
Get over
50.
it.
Yeah.
Well, that solves the bearing issue.
Either.
Probably shouldn't have done that.
It's that learning curve, man. You're learning.
Catching a piston.
Oh, do I need to? No, I missed it. You're in a hurry.
I thought you were there.
I was trying.
I thought you were there.
It's all good.
How many
Hey, we
buckets?
got 3 people in here. Hey, what's up, guys? Check it out. We're tearing down this small block. Oh! Jason's going to rebuild. The plan, I believe, is to have this thing at Cletus and Cars in Indianapolis this year. Is that your plan?
Yes.
And that's how many weeks away? 11? 11 weeks, guys. You can see this thing make smoke. And we're not making any promises on where that smoke's coming from, but it
Look how
will be
free that
making
turns.
smoke at Indianapolis
Look how free that turns.
Lucas Oil Raceway Park. Yeah, front and rear mains are good.
It's tight.
What are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts? My thoughts are this sucks. I want to go home.
What kit were you saying we needed?
Give me a stroker kit.
383
Stroker.
stroker kit.
Crank rock pistons.
Oh, I'm getting the full Monty.
Crank rods pistons.
Well, this one here is, well, depends on how much money you want to spend.
Crank rods, pistons, $2,000.
Oh, yeah. So here, $1,200.
Yeah.
But what else does this come with?
Crank rods, pistons, bearings.
Oh, more than that. Hurry up and load.
Is it in stock at Summit?
Oh, I'm not on Summit. I just went to Google and just Googled it. I thought this was a budget build, Jason. We're gonna buy it on Amazon.
Wish.com.
That's right. That's where I got the distributor for the Buick. I mean, it came from Amazon, but you know it came directly from Wish. It was drop shipped from Wish. Well, I can look up Summit.
In stock. Have it Thursday.
Yeah. .383 stroker.
383 stroke, Mike. When you mess around. Go for that 383 stroke.
Blueprint GM 383 436 horse stroker long block, $64.99, and then you'd be done by Wednesday. I'm just, I thought.
I want to build an engine. Let's build an engine.
Well, I mean, you can build that if you consider
Putting it in the car.
putting it in the car, building it. I mean, it needs exhaust and an alternator and a power steering pump. It even comes with a cool air cleaner. So here's a long block with no intake.
Rotating assemblies. Get the rotating.
I'm working on it. Working on it. There's short block. Short block. I think it's most expensive first. It's there's more than 10 pages, so hold on.
Limit search.
Yeah.
Rotating assembly.
Kit.
Rotating.
$2,000. Pro Comp electronic stroker engine rotating kit. Forged steel crank, forged pistons, H-beam rods, Chevy 383 small block kit. Ships tomorrow directly from supplier, $1,975.
$1,100.
No, $1,975. So $2,000
Yeah, that's what I want.
and a couple bucks. Summit Pro. Nope, that's not 383. Pro Comp electronic stroker engine rotating kit, $880. Ships tomorrow, 5 in stock. Flat top pistons, I-beam rods instead of H-beam. Chevy small block. That's $880, dude. You don't get much cheaper than that.
Let's do it.
But
Put your credit card in.
what's it not come with?
Bearings. Oh, it's going to need bearings. Then.
Yeah, none of this stuff has bearings. That one's $880. Eagle Specialty engine rotating assembly, not in stock. Summit Racing Pro 5.7 LS 5.7. Here's an ARP bolt kit. Oil system, 383 stroker oiling system, $450.
What about a 350?
350 what?
These bearings.
What? 350 what?
Just the 350.
Just 350 bottom end? crapola. 350 bottom end.
Is what it is.
Yipper.
Just an excuse to go bigger.
Heck is this?
Are there bolts in this that are not these bolts?
In what? Bolts in what?
This cap.
Shouldn't be. I'd tap it loose though. That hammer, because it's probably been on there since 1975. There it is. 'Cause that's got the rear main and everything.
Yeah, 2-piece.
Yep. Here you go. You're going to want to keep that, I'm guessing.
I was just gonna pull this crank out. No reason leaving it in there.
350 crank kit.
Say this fancy bolt.
Yeah, that bolt was expensive. That was $13. They had it in stock.
It will stay with the mouse house. It will stay with the mouse.
Right here, Summit Racing Chevy 350 engine kit Pro Pack. Engine kit includes crank, flat top pistons, molly rings, rods, mains, gaskets, oil pump, timing set, entire kit. All the gaskets, freaking everything, oil pump, everything. $1,025.
See if they got like a 320, 305.
305.
Yeah, let's go the other way. D-stroke.
You don't want some gay 305.
What's the D-stroke then?
302.
302.
Yeah. 305s are junk.
Holy crap. Yep, those aren't happy. Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where all that bearing material went.
Well, yeah, that, and if it runs out of oil, man, it just starts eating itself. You know, if this was in a big old truck, farmers don't check the oil. They just fire it up, take grain to the mill. What's that noise? Don't matter.
Need some oil. Put some more oil.
The dailies down. The dailies back at the barn. Oh yeah. Yep.
Wasn't happy.
Nope. It's kind of like when you crap your pants.
Yeah.
It feels real bad at first, but the best thing's just when you change your shorts.
Okay.
302 crank.
About a D-stroker kit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find here. 350 D-stroke. Stroker kit. Well, this is just showing me pistons. I don't know if they actually have a kit designed for that, but I will find. I'll look in here. Let me check on the live stream. What is up?
Hey, everybody.
Oh, David. David said, "Hey guys, what's the motor going into?"
El Camino.
The El Camino.
Or the trash pile.
Yeah.
Tell them the majority of it right now is going in the recycling bin.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah. Yep.
She's toasty.
Oh hey David, you want to see some cool stuff? I just got some sweet race parts. I can wheel you over and show you what's going on over there. It's a little less depressing than what Jason's got going on in the belly of this thing.
Yeah. You live, you learn.
Yeah, well,
I'm learning.
the whatever you want to call that,
Did you learn your lesson?
the D, whatever.
The D-stroke?
You're almost done tearing that apart.
Yep. The deconstruction.
Then you can dingle ball on it.
Yeah. It's good to go.
wire brush those mains.
I bet you could throw bearings in this.
Oh, you could. It just wouldn't last worth a damn. It's like putting new brake pads on a worn rotor. It lasts like a week, and then the pads are just shot again.
Needs to be cleaned out.
Yep. Have them dip it in the goo, and it'll be good to go.
Hey, put this in your goo dipper.
Yeah. Hot tank it. Okay, so Chevy 302 de-stroker kit.
Or you just buy the crank.
Yeah, it's 283 crank. It's 283 crank and just a super hot cam. Yeah, they don't even have it available. They don't. Some don't know what you're talking about. It's over their head. Just depends on how many hours you want to spend. Chevy 283 crank.
What's the stroke on that? Like a 320?
I don't know.
Like 328 or something like that? 325?
I don't know. Dad knows all the specs on all that crap.
325 stroke. Well, knock these bearings out and put
I don't-
these caps back on.
I'm not seeing it here.
Go see Terry in the morning.
It's 6:15, so we've got about another little over 45 minutes of the old live stream here. We can be hanging out, chit-chatting with people.
Send this to Terry's.
What? That block? Might as well.
See what he can find for a stroke kit.
Oh yeah, they can get one. Just ask them how long it's going to take them to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's stored down this far, if you want to mold it together yourself, you can just buy the kit and mold it together yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can just
Have him
have them bolt the bottom end together.
have him look at it at least.
Oh yeah, it needs looked at because this is going to need machined, I'm assuming.
No, those are all pretty nice.
That one's burnt. That's marred up pretty bad. I'd have that machine. If you're going to put money in it, you might as well machine it because
Might as well start. And the cam bearings are going to look just like these bearings do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, I can see them now. I mean, they're not wiped off, but you wipe the dirt off of them. Those cam bearings ain't gonna look good either.
So might as well have it started up.
Yep. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I had 2 cents once too. Not worth a shit.
If you leave it on the ground, I'll pick it up because I'm cheap.
For me.
That van's really making me mad that it won't start. I'm at the point now where I'm like, do I even go mess with it and try and bring it in here or just wait for warmer days?
Wait for warmer days.
Because I need to be on them Camaro doors tomorrow morning.
Don't need to be dicking with that thing or this thing. Get these the hell out of here.
I can just toss the air cleaner back on the van and say, you know what, she didn't want to start today.
We'll wait for a sunny day where I don't mind being outside.
Right. Because it is what it is.
Shit.
It just annoys me that it started running like trash.
Well, another day. Another day in the life
I'm going to back
of
up.
Jason Coleman.
Hey, it is what it is.
A little pissed, but
Hey,
I don't think I really can be.
you bought an engine with 8 pistons.
And his.
That is a big improvement over the first 7 that you bought.
The first, but okay, so the first 3 that the first engines that I bought and brought over here, I was 50% on good engines.
Right.
I was only 50%.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm still ahead of that on these, on V8s.
I don't know. How many have you bought? You got what? 3 454 blocks, right?
Yeah.
We don't know nothing about. Well, 2 of them are stripped, right?
Yeah.
So they pretty much have to be good.
Well, they
Because they're fours.
were Magna honed. They were completely looked at,
So those gotta be good.
in theory. Or
Oh, that's on there. Just tighten the bolts enough they don't fall out. Call that good.
that's what I was gonna do. Get those bolts over on
I mean, you could take kerosene and clean that all up, but at the end of the day, it's like, just dip it.
there.
I'd get that gasket off of there, just so it don't end up in their hot tank.
Yeah. Other than that, just zip
Other
these.
than that, just zip those down enough that they don't fall out. Just turn it down to 1 on the power setting. Press that little button there and then just zip them in. That's all tighter it's gonna get. Good. And then it can fall out.
Yeah, so if it's so good, we might as well go. Well, I guess if you can do a 350 for not very much, do a 350.
What do you mean? Versus the stroker kit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on, again, how many zeros are you willing to write on your kit?
I'm already, yeah. And that's the thing. I just want to build it. So maybe I can just talk him into doing the machine work and then getting it back to him so I can finish assembly. That way, when it throws the rod,
It's your fault.
it's my fault.
He probably won't get you a cool sticker then,
What?
because he won't want his name on it when it comes apart.
What?
You know, it's like when you drop a bomb, you know.
How-
Who done it? The smellers, the fellers. Nobody ever wants to fess up.
Yeah, you don't want to name drop the engine builder right before you send the rods out the side of the block.
Right.
Fuck. So mad. Well, it ain't gonna change anything.
Nope. It is what it is, man.
Get the fuck over there.
Make a parts list.
Go see Brian.
You've always got the other engine out there that runs that you could just buy the top end for.
I don't want to tear. I don't want to tear it apart. I want to do some of the work, and I want to learn.
Well, if you tear the top end off of that, you're doing some of the work.
Yeah.
Half of it.
And then when
The
it,
top half.
then when it breaks,
Well, if you do it over here, I can do the work and you can watch me.
no, I want to do it.
Oh, okay.
I want to learn.
Well, then I can stand here and watch you.
I want to learn. Want to learn.
Okay.
You can pay shit done, you can learn to do it.
That's right. That's why half the world has a room in their house that's only half drywall.
Dustin hasn't came over and showed them how to do
But
it
hey,
yet.
But hey, at least they get an E for effort. Yep.
It's not ratcheting.
Do what?
It's not ratcheting.
You don't have the switch on the right direction. I don't know.
The switch goes in a direction.
Yeah, you'll need that. Unless you're going to an electronic fuel pump. What?
It's pretty nasty.
You don't have to do nothing. It just slides up and down on a camshaft. It's literally all it does is go up and down. Just wipe it off and throw it in your bucket of stuff that, yeah, I want to keep. I need a coffee.
Okay, what am I mad about?
I don't know.
Get over it.
I'd be fine. I wouldn't be mad at all.
I am. I kind of.
Well, look at it this way.
I guess I thought it was going to be better than this.
Well, you bought it and you said yesterday that you were going to pull the bearings out and look at everything.
Well, aren't you glad I didn't just build on top of that and go?
Well,
I mean,
but what I'm saying is you already planned to take that all apart.
Yeah.
And you knew that it was either going to be good news or bad news.
that there was a chance that I was.
Yeah, it's either going to be good news or bad news, and
it's bad.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's
like you said, at least okay. Here's where I go with it. At least we're finding out 11 weeks out. Because okay, here's the thought. This thing throws a fucking rod, or the blue one throws a rod. You know what I mean? At the first NOD. Current motor throws a rod, NOD.
yeah.
Then we're on a mad hunt.
Oh, I'll have her run the 350 in a week.
I know, but right now we have a chance. We have 11 weeks. We have 11 weeks to build something.
Right.
And the blue motor is just going to sit there.
Right.
In case it doesn't happen. Then we have a known backup.
Right.
If we, then if we go to night of destruction and I let the smoke out of the mouse house, then we just slide the freaking blue motor back in.
Right. I'm still waiting on my acceptance email. They don't even like me, guys.
Yeah, I don't have mine either, so putting the horse in front of the cart. But I'd rather be building a motor with 11 weeks than trying to find one and stuff it in 3.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe it's that green Buick that's going to need one in 3 weeks.
I don't think so.
But you see what I'm saying, though? Like, you never know.
Yeah, you don't. That's the fun of it. You
Yeah.
just never know.
You never know. So it's kind of one of those, like, if it is the green car that needs one after the first night of destruction, it's going to be real nice to have a 350 sitting over there. An arrow in the quiver. When you're playing with fire, having an extra, you know what I mean? Having an extra arrow laying around doesn't freaking hurt. As much as I would love to tear that motor apart and do something with it, I also know that I could mess it up just as quick. And it's kind of like, why not spend 11 weeks and try to build this thing? Then less eggs, more baskets. Wait, more eggs, more baskets. More.
All your eggs dispersed into many baskets.
More eggs. Not only.
Hey, if you throw two eggs at the wall, you got a 50% chance.
Yeah.
But if you have 24 eggs, like I said in the beginning of the video, the more project cars you have, the more odds one of them runs.
Same with engines. Same with engines. The more project engines we got, the more chances we have of having running engines. If we only have 2 engines,
Well,
if we only have 2 running engines,
all my engines run,
yeah.
except for that 430 I bought for the transmission.
Let's put that on the rotisserie and find out what's inside it.
Oh, I know what's inside of it. That.
You think it's that?
I
bad?
guarantee it's that.
You
Because
think-
they're known for having bad oiling issues.
Oh,
It's a known issue, is oiling problems.
let's put it on the rotisserie.
I don't want to tear it apart. I want to sell it assembled, Jason.
Oh, you're gonna sell that?
Yeah, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to find some unsuspecting victim, and I'm going to say, hey, if I was going to rebuild an engine, this would be the one, $800. I know what I got. And then,
I know what I got. Yeah.
no, I'm going to sell it as a core block to somebody.
Yeah. Well, this technically was a core block to me. Was sold to me as a core block.
So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to find somebody that
Essentially-
needs a 430
essentially-
block or a crank.
Essentially, it was, this is a rebuildable engine,
I'm going to pull the heads
Which
off and
that-
sell the heads.
which that is a rebuildable engine.
Yeah.
So
It is.
I can't say I was misled. My hopes were higher. But I was not misled.
Well, we've got
Any questions?
35 minutes left. There's nobody in here.
Oh, man.
They got, I don't know.
My hopes were led, but.
They're probably all watching the Super Bowl that we're supposed to be at, but the van won't start.
Yeah, we're supposed to be at the Super Bowl, but the thing won't start.
That's what I labeled this, dude. You didn't see that? I labeled it, right? Look, I'll show you.
so it don't flash. Well, it doesn't fucking matter.
Going into this
Part 3 of building a cozy.
tank. New channel.
I'll come get it tomorrow.
We are live.
What's
So I put 76 Ford Econoline, Ranwin Park. Will it make it to the Super Bowl? No, it won't.
No, I was told it was a core, but I had hopes that it would be more than a core.
Right?
But I mean, you always do, right?
What?
If you bought an engine, you always think, man, I wonder how much of this is usable. You know?
No, I never do that. I either buy one that runs and I know it runs, or I buy a core and I know it's a core.
Well, I bought,
Like zero usable.
I
I just assume I can't use anything if I don't hear it run, because you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot. It's like pull tabs at the bar.
Yeah. Stuff with less odds because the motor was pulled for a reason.
Exactly. Exactly. But it's 4-bolt main, so and it's a good core. So
Yeah.
if that's what you paid for or plan to get,
Yeah.
you got exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, I got exactly what I can use.
Yep. So whatever.
Yeah, and if it goes to a
And a bitchin' engine stand.
yeah.
Because that's way nice.
Yeah.
Did you grease them certs on that?
No.
I'm going to.
Do it.
Because I want to look like I'm useful today.
I'm gonna spray it down with WD-40.
I'm going to go turn the furnace on and you have a room too. Why are you spraying it down with WD-40?
So I got
So it's all slimy?
it'll dry. Ah shit, I forgot your doors right here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're going ape shit over here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. Less grumpy.
It's got grease in it now. Does it feel better? I don't know what it felt like before.
Oh yeah, it's better now. Hit it.
Okay.
Hit it again.
Oh, I'm going to hit the rest of them.
No, hit that.
That ought to be plenty.
Oh, whoa, stop.
Perfect. That's exactly where you want it. Golden.
Yeah, it turns way better now.
Yep. That's good, because if I ever put an engine on that, it's gonna be a lot bigger than that thing.
Well, honestly, this, you know,
That's designed for big
If
blocks
you-
or
if you-
diesels.
yeah, this is designed more for diesels. But if you think about it, it kind of, how to say, in a way, frees up the build. Like now it can be anything that it, you know what I mean? It's not limited to a 350.
Right. It could be a 355, which is probably where that's going.
Yeah.
What's the bore on that?
Should be 4.
Well, I know it should be.
But yeah, at this point, yeah, it's 4.
Yeah. 385, 387.
What?
Yeah, it's got a bunch of garbage in the top of the cylinder.
Here, measure this thing.
395.
Yeah, you're there. It's 4.
It's 4. I knew it was 4, but
Yeah,
you know, there's all that carbon and crap all built up. Oh yeah, there's Steph.
Oh yeah. My other pistons are in the Thunder bucket.
Yeah, I know.
God damn it, Jason.
You just crank over and tear them apart and leave all the parts here.
Just leave crying.
I'm like, here, pick up the pieces.
Wipe my tears.
Sounds like a bad song.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna bring my camera in.
All right, Johnny.
Give them the lowdown on what.
Okay, that's cool. I'll record that on the live stream. What's up, guys? I don't know who's back or who's in here, who hopped in, but Jason just tore this motor down that he bought, and
It's as good as you think.
it's as good as you would assume, and it's going to the machine shop. And I was just getting ready to take Johnny 5 over to the other room and show you what came in the mail for me.
Do it.
The other day, we've got about 40 minutes left in our live feed. We were going to work on the blue van, but as you read in the description, the van wouldn't start. So, yeah.
God damn it.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Once, yeah, we can clean all this garbage up, slide my doors over, I can start working on my doors. I got lots of sand to do. I don't even know if I got any Bongo.
No, it's pistons.
I don't know if I have any Bongo over here or not, because I'm going to use a little bit of skim, need skim coat. I got a little bit.
I'm gonna take.
Jim called me today.
Oh, see how's he doing?
He said he's thinking about moving back to Warsaw because he wants to work on his car. He's telling me.
I was just thinking about him the other day.
Yep, he's asking me, he's having problems connecting his phone to the radio in his truck, and I told him, I think your Bluetooth's turned off, and then he discovered that his Bluetooth was turned off. So, old guy problems.
Mystery solved.
Old guy problems.
Well, I'm gonna do a little quick video.
Go for it.
Well, guys, pulled this thing apart, and yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be like that. So, I mean, it's just got a little groove in it, or more than a little groove in it. So, I think this block is destined to go to the machine shop. I think we're also going to be ordering a rotating assembly from the O Summit. See what we can get.
Hey, say hi to Johnny 5.
I know already.
Oh. You know you can put that crank back in there and spin it, and you can sand that down by hand. I've seen guys do it with emery cloth, and then they just buy new bearings. Like, it's legit a thing you can do.
I know. That's like.
But if you don't.
That's like an eighth of an inch.
Yeah, but I mean, it just depends on how full shade tree mechanic you want to get. I mean, it's doable. Guys do it all the time. It's just, they're usually doing it to take it back to the racetrack on Friday, and they're reusing the push rods. They're reusing.
And see, that's the thing. It's like if you're building.
It just all depends on how much money you want to spend.
Yeah.
At the end
I
of the day.
don't want to spend a lot of money, but I want to learn how to build an engine and what's going on and how to make it engine thing.
Make noise.
Do what?
How to make it make noise. Well, again, yeah, at the end of the day, we looked it up. You can buy just the regular old run-of-the-mill 350 kit.
It's only going to be 1,000 more than I was already planning.
It's
But that'd be a really solid motor though, too, right?
Yeah, but I guess my thing with that is if you do that, you're going to the burnout pits.
Yeah.
So you're going to show up with a stock 350.
Yeah, no reason to do that.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm not knocking that it's a bad direction. I'm just saying you have to determine, what your direction is.
Yeah. Maybe, and see, that's where like the
because for
like the 305 or the 302 or whatever. That sounds fun.
Oh, absolutely, that would be fun.
And just get it to where it just spins 10,000 RPM.
Well, you're not doing that low buck. Because when you start getting over like $6,000, you got to start doing work to the bottom end.
Yeah, true.
Because you're going to want to hold it at like $7,000 or $8,000 continuously. So
maybe the 383 or maybe a 383 or just a solid 350. A solid 350 is not really.
You can do the 302. You're just like you're like 10,000 RPMs. Like you ain't doing that on no budget.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But you can build a 302 that runs $6,000, and it's going to be screaming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hot. I mean, it's not out of the realm to make 450 horse out of a 3 of 2 small block. But you're not doing it for $2,000. That's a $5,000 motor. So yeah, just drop it off, have the machine work started, sleep on it, and then call and say, we're going this route or we're going that route, and then do it.
No, I would really like to put it together. I'd like it. That's kind of what I would really like, is I would like to do the work. Like I said, so if there's trying to be done, so like when something happens, then I'm not afraid to just jump in there and, tear it down and figure it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if I paid it done, I would say, might jump in there and dig around and figure it out would be a lot lower. You know what I mean? It'd be more take it, drop it off, and be like, what's wrong with it?
I guess.
I don't know. I guess that's kind of how
All depends on.
The 350 is
What you wanna do.
to have around.
I agree. I've
nice,
got a few of them.
a nice 350 isn't a bad motor to have in the quiver, right?
Right.
Talk about putting motors in the quiver. Having a 350 in the quiver is not a bad motor to have.
Yep.
Well, we got some swap meet parts. We got,
Where? Oh, those heads?
and then we have my tray for the bolt part.
Well, you need them valve covers.
I'm gonna need everything, honestly.
Not the intake. You don't need the intake, you don't need the heads, and you don't need any of the actual rotating assembly parts, because all that's going to be new. Timing cover you can reuse.
I like my idea of putting like aluminum heads on it, and then spray paint it orange.
What, aluminum heads? You can do that.
So somebody walks by and they're just like, oh, it's just a small block 350. It's all spray painted.
Painted Ford blue.
Yeah, what?
Painted Ford blue.
Ooh.
If you painted it shitty blue, everybody would think it's Ford's blue anyway. I don't know, what are you doing? That cardboard over there you already used? I like this. I think this would make a really cool GoPro mount. I can just set my GoPro on it.
Mouse house, 350 down. Mouse house, 350 down. Poor buddy. Poor buddy. Poor little guy.
Poor little guy got slaughtered.
I'm glad I got some towels for you, because I feel like I've used about.
Yeah, you use like 9 million towels. The burn barrel, oh, I went to burn jacks. I didn't do it. I'll go grab that burn barrel.
Poor little buddy.
I'm starting to get hungry. Had pizza last night. That was yummy.
Mouse house,
Can't go wrong with pizza.
Mouse house, 350.
So guys, spoilers. I don't know who all's in here. Is anybody in here?
The rest of these rags.
Yeah. So I don't know who's in here hanging out with us, but spoiler, I've got Buick videos coming. I've got more Camaro videos coming.
Dude, Camaro.
Tons of stuff
Who votes
coming.
for Camaro? Who votes for Camaro?
Dude, the video's already up. Like,
I know.
literally, the next video that comes out this coming Friday
Camaro on the road this summer.
is not, it is Dodge Journey. I changed the alternator on Dodge Journey with my buddy Corey, my brother-in-law. Awesome dude. You guys met him at our last live stream, the 12 hours of wrenching. He was here, hung out. So we changed the alternator on his Dodge Journey. That was kind of fun. Just a goofy, fun little video. The video after that, I believe, is the second Camaro video. It's already up and it's in the queue. It's gonna drop. You guys are gonna be excited. Let me give you a little sneak peek of where the Camaro is currently. Come on, Johnny Five, look live. So, if you saw the intro Camaro video that came out recently, you'll know that these doors are now primered, which means that the video that I'm referring to is the primer, the Camaro doors video, and prepping the doors for primer video. The next video I'm going to be working on this week, I'm going to be blocking these down, putting in a little bit of body filler, getting all the dents and stuff out of them, getting these things ready and prepped for paint. Once I get them ready for that, I'm going to be bolting the hinges back on them, and then I need to put them back on the car, check all my body lines. I need to put the front fenders back on the car. I want to put the front bumper back on the car, make sure everything looks legit. Then I'm going to, once that stuff's all on there, everything looks good, right? Then I'm going to block the car and get the car either ready for another coat of primer or a coat of paint. It's probably going to need more primer. Then I'm going to get the outside of the doors, the fenders, front bumper, top of the car is probably all going to get the final coat of primer. Block all that stuff. That'll be another video. So as of right now, I'm like 10 videos deep in my brain because this is a lot of block party. And then, yeah. Oh, and check this out, guys. Back up, Johnny. This came in the mail. Check this stuff out, guys. This is exciting for me.
Steel stamps. You can stamp steel with them.
Yeah. Check this out, guys. This is a box that I got. We've got speed shapes. I don't know if I'm fully in the old camera view there.
Yeah.
I got speed shapes here.
That's what cool. I was going to ask you about those.
I've got
Tell everybody about
spray out cards right here. I've got one, two, three, four, five, 6 different samples of paint for the Camaro.
What color are they?
They're all blue, but they're all kinds of really cool colors. So we've got blue raspberry candy. We've got seductive blue, you know, for those late nights.
We should paint the mouse house seductive blue.
I've got eclipse blue. I've got blue scales candy and Luna blue. So the plan here is I've got all these speed shapes. I'm going to primer all the speed shapes with gray because that's what the car is now. I'm going to paint 6 different speed shapes with each color of blue, clear them, let them dry so we know exactly what each color looks like. I have these spray out cards. Now the way these work is obviously they're white, light gray, dark gray, and black. That's to represent 4 different shades of primer that you can get. I will be doing the same thing with each one of these. I'll mark the back of the card what the color of the paint is. We're going to spray it, clear it, let them all dry, one of each. The way that works is we'll be able to take each one of these speed shapes and I can go, man, I really like this color the best, right? So then you take that color, you hold it up to your spray out card of that color. And you know, because I'm going to use gray primer on these, that it's going to be somewhere in here. I'll figure out where my gray primer lines up the best, whether it's the darker or the lighter shade. But anyway, long story short, you'll be able to hold your color up there, your speed shape, and go, okay, I really like this color exactly the way it is. Then you know you just use the primer you got. Or you go, you know what, I really like that color, but I wish it was just a little bit lighter. Well, then you know that you need to go to a white primer to lighten that color up ever so slightly. Or if you want to make it darker, you go with a black primer or a darker gray primer so that you can get that color a little bit darker, and you're using your primer to control the shade of your paint. Now, that's not going to make huge differences, but if you go from black primer to white primer, that makes a big difference in your paint color. Now, that's what we're going to do to determine, well, that's what I'm going to do to figure out what color of paint I want the Camaro to be. And then we're going to shoot it, because car paint is really expensive, and I don't want to paint the whole car and then be like, you know, I really don't like this blue. Or, man, I really wish I would have went with this color blue or that color blue or something like that. So, also in this kit, I got one thing that I absolutely love, and that is bitchin' stickers. I got L Flake Slinger, Tropical Glitz, the colors of space, all kinds of cool stuff. So people will think that I'm a professional painter because I got these cool looking stickers, right? Awesome. Perfect. The back of these.
Where'd you get the paint from? Did you say what website?
Tropicalglitz.com. I don't know if you should go there or not because I haven't sprayed the stuff yet, but you know, we'll learn together. They got all kinds of really cool paints. So on here, I've got on the back of these cards, they've got all the stuff on here. So you can put your formula on here if you're, you know, super into your paint stuff. But like me, I'm just going to write, you know, the paint, and basically that's it. I'm just going to write what paint we used on there and what primer, and call it good. But my favorite, I think, is probably going to be this cosmic blue, but I don't know. But I figured this stuff was all, they were having a super sale, and I thought, you know what? Best thing to do is just buy all these samples, spend $80, $100 or $60 or whatever it ended up being. Get all the stuff that you're like, man, I really like that. I really like that. I really like that. Spray it all out. Take a day or two or a weekend. Spray it all out, because once I paint this car, I got to live with it for the rest of my life. I'm not changing the color of this car again, because we're doing a total color change. And we'll know we have exactly what we want. And I may go, hey, I really like this blue, but I don't want it on the Camaro. I want it on my mini bike, or who knows what. Like Jason said, maybe we paint an engine with some of this stuff. I don't know. I don't think this stuff is heat resistant, but
Find out.
we could call them and say, hey, we want this stuff to withstand the heat of an engine. They may have some additive they put in it, or enamel, or who knows what. But anyway, guys, yeah, lots of cool paint. This stuff looks really awesome. I haven't even opened one. Probably got it sealed. Oh yeah, they got her sealed up good. That's awesome. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited. That'll be a video all on its own of just doing the spray out cards and the speed shapes and everything. We'll have a whole video just on that, and then I'll pick a color and we'll shoot it. But yeah, if you want to check these colors out, again, I'll put these colors down in the description of the video, and you guys can go to Tropical Glitz and you can look them colors up if you want, and be like, man, this guy picks ugly colors. Or you might go, I really like that color the best. Message me, hit me up in the comments, tell me which color blue do you like the best. So I'll put this stuff away before I spill it.
So
What's up?
how long before you got those sprayed? I want to see them.
It won't be long.
Okay.
I can do that. Well, depending on how soon my engine parts come back, it could be pretty soon. Do what? What? Oh, the motor is what it is.
You can feel the debris came through the hole.
Oh yeah, it'll pump it. It'll pump it right through there.
And it's like, the direction that it would be wiped, it's wiped. Like it would have came through the hole here
And went around,
it was pushing
yeah.
it there, and it's like just smashed into it.
Yep.
It's like that. Well.
But you get it machined, man.
Oh well.
Tunnel ram. I think you need tunnel ram.
It just gives me the opportunity to make a better motor
That's right.
and still keep a budget build.
Tunnel ram.
Budget build 350.
Complete budget build 350. Or 383. 383.
Well, you know, when you say budget build, I mean, you don't have to specify what the budget is. So technically it could be like, you could say it's a budget build, $8,000.
Yeah.
Well, I had 12, so technically I'm under budget.
Have another big block build.
Right.
No, I want, like I said, the goal is to do the work. The goal is to do the work. The goal is to
Small block Chevy tunnel ram on Amazon, free shipping, 2 days.
How much?
I'm looking right now. I am intrigued.
How big?
What kind of small block Chevy tunnel ram can you get on Amazon?
let's go with let's buy everything for it off of Amazon. This is the Amazon.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. Do an Amazon small block Chevy build.
Yeah.
Buy everything from Amazon. Hey, they might even sponsor it.
Yeah.
Give us 10% off or something.
Free shipping if we're a Prime member.
I'm not.
No, they'll give us that if we become a Prime member.
Oh yeah. Single plane intake manifold, small block Chevy, $139.
Who makes it? Who cares?
It doesn't have a name on it, Jason. When you're going this low,
Yeah. It's not like I would recognize the name anyway.
that one's $139, and it looks better than the overall, their Amazon's overall pick, which is $160. But they'll give you 5% off.
If you ported that intake, who cares, right? Who cares if you screw up?
Well, you can't screw it up unless you're like smoking dope or something.
But still, that intake ported to a set of heads is
Yeah.
probably pretty good. Let me see this. Let me see this super high rise.
Well, that one's not super high, but it's as high as they have available at the moment.
Let me see it.
350, 400. It says it's good to 7,500 RPM. 10% off, $140.
Oh, I can tell you whose that is.
It's a Nyako.
Open a new tab and type in Speedmaster.
Yeah, it's probably just an off-brand copy.
Well, Speedmaster is an off-brand copy.
Yeah,
But
well, this is an
Speedmaster-
off-brand copy of an off-brand copy.
Yeah, that's the
It's a
off-brand.
Nyako, which sounds imported, so you probably like it.
It's the you took your business to China, and there's a Chinese business now that's selling your parts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on Amazon for $139.
Yeah, look up Speedmaster. Speedmaster sells that same intake.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Go Speedmaster. Yeah, look
I
at
believe you.
next tab, Speedmaster.
Speedmaster, small block Chevy single plane. Speedmaster. Because I can tell you right now that's the same.
So the Camaro has.
So if you look at that one, you can put that intake. It has adapters for the center screws, and you can put it on Vortec heads, or you can put it on the old Gen 1 head.
Yeah, but they're $300.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same intake.
I know it's the same intake, but it's $300. So why would you buy that when you can buy the one on Amazon for $139?
Yeah, they're made in the same factory like that.
Probably.
Just one's made when the lights are on, and one's made in the. on
They're
the
both
weekend.
made when the lights are on.
Yeah.
Just depends on which government's there.
Yeah. Depends on who's putting the workers in.
Small block Chevy tunnel ram. Yeah, $138. Dude, $139. I would 100% put that on the Elko.
Yeah, that's a burnout. Yeah, see?
That's burnout special, dude.
Yeah, if that thing lets the smoke out, who cares?
Right. That's exactly what I would bolt on, man. It's tall. I don't know how tall it really is. Oh, here's a Dokili. Here's a Dokili single rise, high rise, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, this one looks taller. Dokili aluminum, blah, 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 blah. Give me the specs that I want. I want to know which one's taller. Bigger is better. Don't let her lie to you. I've never given somebody a $20 bill and them ask me to give them less instead. I'd rather have a $10 bill. No, that's not a thing.
I can either scrape this gasket or I can pay the line to do it.
Yeah, scrape it off of there. This one's $139. Yeah.
Wish.com, small block Chevy.
Good. I mean, it's doable. It just depends on what you want to do.
I think if you, like we were just talking about, like if you port the head, you know what I mean? If you're going to port the head or you do port the head, like who cares?
What do you mean, who cares?
Like you're not, how to say?
It's not hard.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
That's
like,
just manual labor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, if you're gonna port the head, you're gonna correct some of the stuff that's probably inherently wrong with it.
With the Chinese one.
Yeah, this one, you're probably doing a lot more, how to say, manufacturing. Like you're
Right.
you're now the finishing that it didn't get.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're now the finisher that it didn't go through. If it was like a Dart or something like that, or a Holly or whoever.
Dad was telling me there was some guy that makes an adapter plate for Buick 455s that allows you to bolt Hemi intakes onto a Buick 455 because that opens up. It's not like I forget what Hemi motor it is, but it's a popular motor.
Yeah.
So then it opens you up to this whole plethora of intakes that you can get because it changes the bolt pattern and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that'd be pretty cool. But what's that really do for you? I mean,
Yeah.
Unless you're.
Yeah, they do that with the LTs. With the new version LTs, the latest version.
Right.
They do that to the LS head.
TA Performance.
So essentially what you do is you buy these adapters and then you can run any
Cylinder head.
LS intake on a
V8 cylinder heads. 400, 455. Aluminum.
Have you seen the video where the guy tries the LS heads on a Windsor?
Nope.
On a Ford Windsor?
Nope.
Because guess what? They bolt right on.
I heard some shit like that. And then a bunch of Ford guys like, GM copied Ford this. I'm like, they've been copying each other since the dawn of existence.
Yeah.
So that you act like all of a sudden you're just trying to come up with some reason why the LS sucks, but
No.
whatever.
The guy was like, I kind of was thinking about it, and I looked at it, and then I happened to have one sitting here.
Yeah, all the keyboard warriors on the internet, they all got answers for everything.
And he said he put it on there and it bolts up, but it's one of those things like, but do the lifters line up to the push rods? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna have to get a cam that has a special firing order because it's different than your damn, your Ford?
Yeah.
Your Ford firing order is different than your shitty. Now you're have to get a cam made differently. Or mouse house, small block sheds is starting off to a rough start, Justin. It's a rough start. It's gotta turn around.
Right here, this is what I'm looking. This is what I want. But that's one. That's only one. Or is that two? Oh, these are assembled.
Poor little buddy. Poor little buddy.
Mouse House SBC.
So the heads for the Buick are $2,700 a piece.
Holy shit.
$2,700 a piece.
Piece.
Yep.
Holy shit.
But these heads on 10-to-1 compression engines out of the box performance is usually 70 plus horsepower. These heads support pump gas combinations up to 700 horsepower and race combinations up to 900 plus.
My Rodix heads weren't even that expensive, and that's for apparel.
Yeah, but that's big block Chevy stuff.
Yeah, it's BBC. Yeah. Yeah, it's different.
They said if you want to put these on a 400 or a 430, you got to use a different push rod oiling system. So to contact them for more information. But no, I'm not putting nothing on a 400 or a 430. We're going big block 455. And that would allow me to go to a stage 3 or stage 4.
Think we can just manhandle that off there, or do you think we should get the goddamn thing over here to
What are you trying to do with it? Put it in the back of your truck?
put it down on that cardboard?
Oh. Yeah, we ought to be able to lift it off of there.
Think we can zip those bolts out quick enough to go down?
No.
Or do we jack it up, jack on a grade?
I was busy playing on the internet. Hold on.
Jack something up underneath it, so that we can just set it on top of it. It's a blank.
Well, yeah, aren't you taking it to the shop tomorrow?
Yeah.
You want to just back the truck up here, we'll spin this around, pick it up, set it back in the truck, and take the bolts out and slide it in. Done.
Not tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but if you leave it here, it's next weekend. Unless you're coming over here during the week when I'm not here to get it.
That's kind of why I was wondering if we could get it now. Wonder if we could.
But then where are you gonna put it? 'Cause I'm gonna be standing on the doors tomorrow, which means you're probably gonna want that to be on the road. And then you're gonna be coming over here on a Wednesday trying to figure out how to get it out of here. I'm just trying to save you those money.
I know, but I'm not ready. I'm not doing anything this weekend.
Okay, now we'll go over here. We can flip it over and we can stick it on one of them back on that rolling cart.
Just stuff it on that part.
Well,
Or could we put the rolling cart on?
that's what I was thinking, fold it back on that rolling cart,
Except for.
then just flip it back over.
These two are in the way.
Well, you don't need that too, it weighs like considerably less now.
Well, this
Well,
will be.
these two. Oh, yeah, you can't get to those.
Put a block of wood under it, jack it up, we'll take these two off, and we'll put it on the cart and flip it over. And then we'll just roll it over and just, then we can take it off.
Was this the one mold? This don't slide out of here like on the other ones.
Yeah, because it did, it was sliding out and set it on the ground. Right.
The downside to this, we just figured out.
Yeah, the downside,
The other option would be,
oh, your jack's on that.
yep, that one only goes up like a little ways there. I was thinking, what if we
Block of wood under it or something.
put this barrel over, set it on the barrel? Don't weigh nothing.
We gotta get it off there.
You end up dropping it, and you won't have the board.
And it's got about. What's the worst thing that?
Smash your foot.
Perfect.
Don't break my milk crate. Them things are priceless. You can never have too many milk crates.
I don't get it.
That's why I was thinking this is like literally the exact right height, dude. And then you don't have to do nothing. Except slide it under there and take the bolts out. Why risk it? Or risk it?
Because I like the distance. do that. Like
I see that going epically wrong in only about 150 ways. It's got to drop 3 inches to even get to that. It's not great. No, it's not. It's just pushed on the cardboard. Yeah.
it's got it.
Well, I'm not standing next to it. I don't have steel-toe boots on.
Oh yeah, that is true. That fucker hits the floor.
Yeah, it's gonna bust that block, and you ain't gonna have one. That's what I'm saying. This is the exact right height. Just slide it under there upside down, like this, and it should sit right over there. Good. See it. Get a rag so I can lift this thing without getting super gross. Scratch the thing down there. Oh, you sprayed that with WD-40, didn't you? Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Oh,
Now you just take the bolts out. It should sit right there, and then we can set it wherever we want, because we got to bolt that back on, right? I can't go home, but I can't stay here. Yeah. It can sit in the field and feed the deer. Put a salt block on top of it.
make a planner.
I already got one of them. It's over here in this room. I haven't even shown and tell all my stuff yet. Come on. Still messing around with this thing. What do you think, guys? Oh, there's nobody in here anymore. They all left.
It's halftime at the big game.
No, the game started 30 minutes. It started 30 minutes ago. Taylor Swift's still
They're
trying
probably still singing the national anthem.
She's still got to put her clothes on.
Okay.
Isn't she in the locker room getting the team ready?
I
With the swiftness?
couldn't even, people are all talking about this, and I'm like, I don't even know a single song that she sings.
Chloe likes her, and I told Chloe my 5 cents on it.
Well, whatever. My 5 cents don't matter, honestly.
Neither do mine,
But it's to me, it's yeah, it's kind of.
I just don't understand how you
whatever.
how do you make a living off of piss poor relationships?
Can we put that down there?
Put it down where?
On it.
Oh, on that cart. I thought you wanted it on the rolly cart.
Ooh, we got a rolling cart?
That one?
Hey, oh.
I thought you wanted it on that, so it was movable.
Yeah, then it can just get the hell out of here. Back to the.
I mean, it just makes it movable.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter to me, really. I just.
Yeah. I can send it to Brian on this. He can send it back on this. Not a big deal. Nope.
Watch out, Johnny. Oh, you almost got murdered.
Johnny almost got murdered.
It's 2 minutes. It's 2 hours and 2 minutes into our life. We promised 2 hours. We made 2 hours out of Jason screwing around with this motor. Originally, I was going to have the van in here, but it wouldn't start, so
This was way more epic of a fail.
yeah. I was going to do a spoiler on some car parts that I got in the mail. I will do that.
Maybe
I will
next
do.
month.
No, I'll do it. But you got to stick around to the end. You need more slimy stuff over here. Hey, yeah, them dowel pins will come in handy. You'll need them.
Where?
Them guide pins.
Just granite hole.
Yeah, I wouldn't cross thread those. You don't need those.
I was trying to put it on the stand earlier,
Mhm.
and that one over there on the bottom,
Yeah,
it made it to about the second turn.
yeah,
And it went click on the ratchet on the, in fact, I was like, yeah, stop.
yeah.
So I backed it out and I cleaned it out with PB Blaster.
Yeah,
And then I
tapped it.
I cleaned it out with PB Blaster and then I tried again and it did it again. It was click, 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 like 2 threads in, and then I grabbed a tap and was like, you know what, little buddy? We're not playing that. We're not playing.
Yeah, I wouldn't tighten any of those. I'd run them back out so that you can get these to line up again like last time. Cause it just lifted everything off of. You gotta keep going. There you go. Now you can probably get them in. You just gotta get them headed in the right direction.
Yeah, so it literally, and it was this bottom one in this bottom corner,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, you're just asking to break off.
yeah, cause these all line up over here.
It's like
You know,
you're just,
as long as you're-
it's like you're just asking to break off. But
Yeah, leave that up, don't go down, cause I have to pull this up higher to get these lined up. Yeah, it's gotta go up, but those bolts are stopping me. It just needs a motor bolted to it for about 6 months, and then it'll be bent to line up. It's just a motor mount. You can weld it to that if you have to. Yeah, you're still missing a bolt over here.
Well, wasted a bunch of things.
Then it's time to see if we can lift it.
We can. 2 guys can lift it.
I know.
We need to do that.
Well, you just put it on the first set and just run it in. Stupid fan. That makes me
Small
mad.
block.
You know what your problem is.
Small block.
Yeah, you should have bought a big block.
Go.
I was just gonna set it straight back here on the ground and we flip it over.
Can we set it on the back end?
I don't know, can't we?
Grab like here. And kind of not so much.
Yeah, I thought we'd put those straight down and then tip it.
Right straight on the channel wall.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Should be able to do that.
Flip it in. There you go.
Greasy fucking. Sorry for the F-bomb. Sorry for the language. How many people heard that?
All of them. 0 right now, but it'll be public forever. It'll go public as soon as I end the stream, and then you can go home and rewatch it.
I can report for language.
Yeah, you can report it so that I have to take it down.
Dad's gonna watch this.
It's nice to know that cardboard barrel's
It's sturdy enough.
sturdy.
Sturdier.
Dad'll probably just be excited that it's not my engine.
No, it's just another arrow in the damn quiver.
So he told me he just saw a 70 Skylark convertible.
Yeah.
It said stage 1 GS on it, had the badges and stuff. And he said he tried to talk to the guy, and the guy didn't seem too excited to talk to him. I said, "Oh, that sucks." And he goes, "Yeah, it probably had a 350 in it. That's why." He just,
had a 350.
he's like, "It probably had a 350 in it, and he just slapped the badges on it, and that's why he didn't want
And
to
he
talk."
doesn't even, or he bought it. He
Yeah.
bought it, and he doesn't even know the difference.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't even know what it is.
Doesn't even know what a GS is.
Dad's like, and of course, you know my dad. He's like, it's probably got a 350 in it since it's convertible, and they only made 1,392 of them. What are the odds?
Yeah, what are the odds?
I'm like, fair. Because he sent me a picture of it, and it's like parked on the side of the street somewhere.
What do you think? Put this guy away?
I would. You ain't gonna need it for a minute.
Poor buddy. Poor mouse house.
But yeah, I want to take that 430. I'm gonna take that 430, and I'm just gonna pull the heads off of it and sell the heads
Yeah.
to somebody that needs 430 heads. And then I'm gonna sell the block and the crank to somebody for whatever, 50 bucks, whatever they think it's worth. Because I'm just trying to help somebody else build a motor.
Yeah.
I got what I needed out of that deal because for what I paid, I got a transmission.
Yeah, the trans.
I got the transmission. I got the timing cover, even though it's kind of messed up. I got the timing cover and oil pump housing. And then I got a brand new starter, brand new alternator, all the brackets for the front of the motor. I got stuff that I can use. I definitely got my money's worth, and then I can just pass that on to the next guy. It's something useful. Do it. Well, we can store it underneath the stairs with the other stuff. Well, you're headed that direction. Now would be the perfect time for
That's
me
what I was going to just.
to go show everybody what I got in the mail.
That's what I was just going to suggest.
Johnny 5 is on the move.
You want help moving these car doors?
Yeah, I'll need to move them doors back here in a minute.
Yeah.
Let me go over here and show everybody what I got going on. Oh, here's a ratchet.
No.
Johnny 5 is holding tools. Tool bench. Well, here we go. Are you guys excited for the excitement? Here's what I've got to show you. Now, this box came to me in the mail, direct from Summit Racing. And what do I have?
I thought you got that off of wish.com.
No. Stage 1 Buick 455 build is happening. Now, what do I have in my box of tricks? Oh, I present to you a brand new full set of comp cams lifters. Merry Christmas, Vanna White. Now, to go with these lifters, what do I need? A cam. Now, I've already showed you guys the cam. I have it up above, protected in a nice safe spot because I don't want that thing to get burnt.
You don't want a mouse living in it.
How would a mouse live in a camshaft? Anyway, next on our list, every man's biggest dream, I have a super sucker. No, get your head out of the gutter. Now, what is a super sucker, you may ask yourself? Let me tell you.
It sucks, but superly.
It's a super sucker. It's a 4-hole, 1-inch spacer plate that goes on top of your intake and boosts your torque and gives you a little more horsepower on top of it. Now, this is the 4150 model, and all the Buick guys swear that this will gain you quite a bit if you're going with the Stage 1 kit, which I am doing. The old Stage 1 build. It also came with a bitchin' sticker, which adds 5 horse automatically, unless it's one of my stickers, then it's 25 horse. Now let me continue to ramble on. What else do I have in here? Ooh! Just what you need when you got a super sucker, I got a bottle of lube. Now this is Comp Cam's lube to go with my Comp Cam's lifters. And the cam is not Comp Cam's. It came from TA Performance, and it's, I don't remember what the name brand on it is. But anyway, I really like Comp Cams. They make really good stuff. They have good quality. So that's why I went with the Comp Cam's lifters and the Comp Cam's assembly lube. And I also have the Comp Cam's push rods that we were using in the car. And I bought those last summer when I bolted the motor back together. So I'm just going to reuse those push rods. I think that'll be just fine for what we're doing. Now, let me reach in my box of tricks. Ooh, more bitchin' stickers. Summit Racing stickers. Now, normally I would say stickers add 10 horsepower, but Summit stickers, they only add 5. And let me tell you why. It's not because I dislike Summit. It's because these stickers are so easily available. Everybody's got like 40 of them. So if you want to get horsepower out of stickers, you really got to double and triple these babies up. As you can see, I mean, Carmen already has them. I think there's one thing left in my box of tricks you guys might want to see. What is it, Dustin? Oh, can I get it out of here?
No,
I don't know.
you gotta take that thing off. Safety first.
You guys didn't see that.
This is fancy, right fancy.
I've got the.
I'm not grabbing.
Jason almost became a super sucker.
I'm not grabbing.
I've got the infamous Edelbrock B4B intake for Buick 455s. Now, when you go with a stage 1 kit and a Buick 455, this is basically the intake you want. Now, TA Performance does make some other intakes like SP1 and some other single plane high-rise intakes. This is a 71 engine. It's lower compression, so I really can't take advantage of any of the benefits any of those intakes could give us. So next best thing is this B4B. This will really get us everything we could possibly get, especially topped off with the old super sucker, lifting the carburetor up, really getting that airflow going, get that fuel going in there good. That's where we're headed. That's what we're doing. This is awesome. These things, you cannot find these things used anywhere. They are hard to come by. Literally a short block 455, you could get this intake. They're basically the same price. We are going to port this. We are also going to do a few other modifications that we need to do to it. This has some EGR crap going on here. We don't have any of that. We don't need any of that. I think I have to tap and plug this with a big old plug. And then we only need like one vacuum port off the back for brakes and maybe one for the transmission to shift. I don't know. We'll figure all that out when it comes time to bolt this baby on, but we are going to have to port this and, like I said, plug some stuff off. Also, I think they changed the water. So I think there's water jacket plug here, and one back here. So we'll have to figure all that stuff out. There's a little figuring outs to do, but nothing major. Nothing we haven't done before, nothing we can't handle. So super stoked about that. Yeah, let's see what it looks like, guys. Right here, right now. So this is what we're gonna get. If I can manage to not drop it, that wouldn't be cool. So it's gonna sit just like that. We're gonna have the old super sucker. Like that. And then we're probably gonna have a Holley 750 on top of that. Maybe an 800, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's gonna be awesome, guys. That's really gonna wake this thing up with that stage 1 cam, stage 1 heads. the intake and the super sucker, and a new car. I'm really stoked to get this going. I've already got the first Buick Stage 1 upgrade video coming, and just like Jason's budget 350 build that he's jumped head first into, I'm calling this the budget Buick 455 Stage 1 upgrade. And the reason I'm calling it budget is because I'm literally, like, if you have a 71 or later Buick 455 and you want to go to Stage 1 and you're not opening the bottom end, this is what you're going to do. These are the minimum parts that you have to buy to get that. I mean, you could go with a cast iron intake, but again, why go to a Stage 1 cam if you're going to stay with a cast iron intake? Why go to an aluminum intake if you're not going to go to Stage 1 heads? Why put in a Stage 1 cam if you're not going to put in Stage 1 heads? So all these things that I'm doing are the bare minimum. It is the legit Stage 1. I mean, you could leave out the super sucker. You could leave this out of the equation, and you could just put a quadrijet right back on top of here. But again, you're $150 away. If you're already going to pony up the cash for the aluminum intake, the Stage 1 cam, and pay to get the heads redone, another $150 or $200 for a good super sucker and a good carburetor, I feel like that's in the budget build, because if not, I mean, you would call it what, the 455 Stage 1 half-ass build, and you just put a cam in it, and because they all kind of have to work together. But this is the cheapest you could go. Like I said, I could have got a SP1 intake that would raise this up another ½ inch or something and do some other stuff. But with the lower compression pistons, not going to gain us anything. We're just going to have less money. So, and we're going to need tire money. We're going to need tire money.
Yeah. It's going to be a good song.
This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome.
It's going to be a good summer.
It took me months to decide to just pony the money on this. I scoured the earth to find this intake, not new. And yeah, I thought finally, I'm going for it. We're going to do it. Here we are. We're doing it. So anyway, guys, I hope you're excited as I am.
I think it's going to be cool.
That's where we're going. So when you see Carmen in the burnout pits next summer, she's going to be rocking this setup right here. Unless I screw something up and blow it up before then, but I don't foresee that happening. I've got faith in myself, even when others don't, and that's the way you got to live your life. It's like Jason. You're going to make mistakes. That's how you learn.
That's how you learn. You want to learn on a $200 jalopy or a $20,000 car that you don't want to screw up?
Well, and like I said in multiple other videos, yeah, I might be welding a new wheel back on my lawnmower, but you know what? It doesn't really matter what the weld looks like, but it gives you a good practice. It's not, you're not going to take the John Deere to a SEMA show, but when it comes down to it, and you're working on that project or that car or whatever, and it does matter, you've got a little bit of practice under your belt.
Yeah.
From when it didn't matter. Like welding floors in my old blue van. I know that van ain't worth floors. Do I care? Not really. I think the van's cool. And every single thing I do to that van is just me learning for the next project that probably does deserve to be worked on. Or maybe it doesn't. It doesn't matter. But again, like I said, you can't get better at doing something unless you do it. The best plumber in the world's done a lot of plumbing. He wasn't the best on his first try, so I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm gonna put my bitchin' stickers away. I'm gonna put my super sucker back in the box. Don't tell my wife. And yeah, there we go, guys. I'm stoked on this. And then once this is Stage 1, 455 Buick power goodness, then I have one other thing I need to do to Carmen.
Nitrous.
No. It's right over here.
A blower?
No. I need to change my decals. It's gonna say stage 1 because it's gonna be 455 CI stage 1. So I'm gonna do this same, maybe cursive or something.
Like that stage 1.
Well, Dad said that. He was like, yeah, you can put stage 1 in there. But I'm like, that's too small. I want to be in your face. When we're at Cletus and Cars and the people all the way at the very top of the bleachers are looking down, I want them to read the numbers on this hood. And I want it to say right here on this side, I want it to go like at an angle and just get bigger and have like the 1 be as big as possible.
Yeah.
And then have it start small and stage 1. And then on the other side, it'll be the opposite because it'll say stage down to the 1.
Yeah.
And I think it'll just look bitchin'. I think that'll be bitchin'.
Yep. I get it.
Yep. And then if the hood won't shut with my carburetor, we're cutting a hole in it.
Nitrous.
Cutting a hole in it. Probably getting a hole in it.
And
And I really like the hood, the tractor hood idea. I know everybody else probably thinks it's dope. But hear me out. Look, I'll show you an example right here, right now. Tell me this is not a decent idea. Now, obviously, this is not it, right? But look at this right here. What does this look like? It looks like a big old box hood scoop. Tell me that don't look like a big old box hood scoop. That does. It does. It looks just like a hood scoop, Jason, and you know it. With a little bit of fabrication on a tractor hood like this, I can cut this at an angle, and I can tag in a couple pieces of sheet metal. I can plug them holes. We can spray her green. Put it on there. It'll have the ram air straight into the front. Pull it right down. We can put a piece of sheet metal in the back to curve it down into the air cleaner. I think that's a really good idea. I think that would be really cool. And who's even going to know what it came off of? Nobody. I mean, literally a hood off of one of these lawnmowers would work perfectly. Let me stuff this in here, and I'll show you how cool this looks. Come on, guys. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that that would not be cool. It almost matches perfectly. So again, cut this down so it's at an angle. So it has about that angle, but it's the top of it is down just enough that this is down on the hood. Cut the back angles off. This is going to sit right down where we want it. Get that back sitting right down in the back. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm crazy. I've got green paint left over. Dude, cut this right here so it sits down. It's only about that high. Paint it green. I'm telling you, Jason, that's cool. That would be cool.
Keep on wrenching.
I'm digging it, guys. I'm digging it. What do you think? Hood scoop on carbon. That's a whole video. I could make that happen. That could look really cool. And plasma the whole square out. Yeah, I'm digging it. Anyway, guys, I think it's time for us to go. Jason needs what? Oh, you got it. Don't run into Carmen. She's already got it in.
Let's get out of here.
Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by our live feed. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let me know in the comments what you think about my hood scoop idea. I know it's awesome, so you don't have to, you can go down there and talk trash, but I'm probably going to do it anyway. Anyway, we'll catch you in the next one. Keep on wrenching. Peace.